Go to your local dollar store and grab a few glass candle holders. For this craft, I am using corks. These are from a tequila bottle, but you could also use regular corks, or you could just use wooden knobs instead. These glass candle holders you would have picked up earlier over at the dollar store. Jars of all sizes. I have 4, but you should see my cabinets. I collect these things, and probably a lot of us do as well. Take off any stickers that are on these jars. This one has sat for a while, so there's a good amount of residue left behind. Use some Goo Gone to get off any residue. Surprisingly, the dollar store actually had some Goo Gone when I was there, so make sure to look when you are there as well. Wipe off the jars with a clean paper towel, remove the cap, and go and wash the jars. Take your lids outside and spray paint them. These needed 2 coats of spray paint, and yours probably will as well. Let these dry and move on to the glass candle holders. I am putting a very light coat onto these. You could also put a darker coat, but I just want a light coat because I think it's going to look better. The corks also, I realized, fit in the top, so I was able to spray the top, let it dry, and then spray the bottom. Mix up some 5-minute epoxy. Again, your local dollar store might actually have some of this. Use this in a well-ventilated area with gloves on. After it's mixed, dip your knob into it and center it onto the painted lid. Repeat this for all jars. Move on to the candle holders. Dip it and center it on the jar. Keep in mind you only have 5 minutes to work with this, so if you need to adjust it fast. After about 5 minutes, check to make sure everything stays in place. Now let's place these in the bathroom. These jars are all different sizes, so I wanted to place these from large to small. Now let's fill these jars. You can really put anything into these that you want to. I ended up choosing hair clips for the biggest one, some Q-tips, smaller hair ties, and also cotton rounds, since I really do use a lot of these. These apothecary jars will help you organize your bathroom items, are upcycled, and look really cool.
Rip out the standard toilet paper holders to try these unique upcycles instead. Here's what to do with an IKEA crate. After assembling an IKEA crate, the top was embellished with a simple black stencil. A piece of wooden closet dowel was painted black, then cut to fit inside the crate. The edges were sanded, then one toilet paper roll was positioned on the bottom and one on the dowel, marking where I wanted to mount it. I installed 2 closet dowel holders inside the crate. After screwing the crate to the wall, my new double toilet paper roll holder is ready for business. The crate is the perfect size to house one active roll while storing another right below it. I cleaned off a long peg coat hook rack, then mounted it horizontally to the wall. After loading up the pegs with toilet paper, I tied twine on the back of a picture, then hung it up on one of the pegs to add a little more flair. I know it's simple, but boy does this one work well. A cute antique clipboard was picked from my stash, then cleaned well. A heavier cotton rope was threaded through the toilet paper roll, then knotted at the top and cut to size. With the ends gently frayed, the clipboard was mounted to the wall for a quick, compact, and easy fix. While you'll need to untie this idea, it's the perfect solution for antique buffs or for super tight spaces. Here's an idea with an industrial edge. A small plank of wood was cut to size, then stenciled in black. Some metal pipe fittings that fit the roll were positioned into a hanging shape, then screwed together. The pipes were then mounted to the plank through the flange, then the board was mounted to the wall. And my rustic, industrial vibe toilet paper holder is not only fun to look at, it works fabulous and was so easy to make. With a mix of metal and old wood, this is the funky version I love to currently use in my ensuite. Collect 2 checkerboards for this beefy version. 2 wood planks were cut to the length of 2 side-by-side antique checkerboards. The 2 planks were held together with an extra plank along the back. After attaching 2 checkerboards to the planks, I cut 4 chunks of 2x4s to make small squares, angled in all 4 corners, then attached with screws from the back. 1 yardstick was mounted to the left 2x4s with a looped hardware piece in the middle. On the right, 2 more yardsticks were joined in a T-shape, then mounted to the right 2x4s, sized so the long horizontal piece would hook to the hardware on the left. After installing this larger piece to my primary bathroom wall, it was loaded with toilet paper, ready to roll. Literally. This thing is robust, holding up to 4 rolls. Along with my other antiques in this space, it fits right in, adding function and art. It's a statement piece that really does the job well. Here's a funky toolbox idea. The handle of a homemade toolbox was removed. I installed 2 closet dowel holders on both sides, then cut a closet dowel down to fit. Then once installed to the wall, this little toolbox holder offers a unique way to house 2 rolls while adding a fun conversation piece that won't soon be forgotten. I hope this inspires you to rummage through your stash to see what unique toilet paper holders you can whip up.
If you have a boring builder-grade mirror in your bathroom, this is the perfect way to spruce it up. I wanted the frame to have some depth, so I picked up the kind of weather stripping that has a double loop to it. I want to make sure they're all a little bit longer than the mirror so that they cover the edges up. I want to have my corners look as neat as possible, and I like to use an old box to make sure that I've got them perfectly cut. To make the weather stripping look more like a pretty frame, I'm going to paint it. I've chosen this rich brown color, and I want to cover the entire top and sides. Now it's time to adhere the weather stripping to the mirror. The foam has double-sided tape on the back, so all I need to do is peel off the cover strips and I'm ready to stick it into place. The tape is quite sticky, but not enough so that I can't remove it, and move it around so that I can make sure that the frame is exactly where I want it. Now that I have it all in place, I'm going to touch up a few little areas where the paint cracked as I was putting it on. This is really easy to do with a small brush. The weather stripping was the perfect choice to make this quick and easy frame, and the mirror looks so much better now. I hope this has inspired you to give your builder-grade mirror a makeover as well.
You'll be amazed at how less than $15 worth of vinyl that normally goes on cars can totally customize your bathroom. I'm working on renovating this old bathroom, but I don't want to change out all the tile behind this big plate. So I decided that I would see what I could do about covering it up. I bought a $15 roll of vinyl that's normally used for cars off of Amazon. Since I'm going for a beach look in this condo, I decided to go with an ocean blue kind of color, just to do something different. I peeled the backing off and started to apply the vinyl over the outside of the plate. I cut away at the material a bit at a time, making sure to leave a bit of excess on the edges so that I could trim it away closer and closer as I needed to. Around the middle area, I cut little slits in the vinyl to allow me to move and stretch it as I needed to, and try to avoid a lot of wrinkles. Once I felt I kind of had it in place the way I wanted to, I took the hair dryer, and the heat from the hair dryer helped me to stretch and pull the fabric as I needed to around the fixture itself. I didn't do the handle because I figured that was just going to get so much use that it didn't make sense to cover that part up. I also covered up the tub spout. It was old and water stained, and no matter how much I cleaned these fixtures, I just couldn't get the spots and everything off of them. Once it was hot, the material became more stretchy, and so that made it much easier to work with, and I was able to get out wrinkles just by smoothing my hand over them, or you could use a squeegee or maybe a credit card to help flatten things down. I love that the vinyl comes in a lot of different colors, so whereas you might not use blue, you could maybe create pink fixtures if you have a little girl who loves princesses or Barbie. The great thing about the product is that when I'm done with it, I can just peel it off and get rid of it, change the color to something else, and no damage was done to any of the existing fixtures. But it's a great way to customize your bathroom with a color that you might not find absolutely anywhere else. I hope this inspired you to try a new and different technique and color in your bathroom and really make it something of your own and something that you love.